Hello and welcome back to Deutschland. This is Deutschland Week, episode 5 of 5 for the week. Episode 6 of Deutschland will start next week on the Friday, but we are going to see out the end of Deutschland Week here with a bit of nighttime ploughing, I guess. we did have to end the last episode. We ended right as the rain had started, and we did lease the plough for the day or for the month, so I don't really want to have to go into the next month with it, but luckily the rain was short-lived and we were able to get back into the field here fairly quickly after it rained, and yeah, we will crack on with the ploughing. Now, I don't know how much of this I'll put into a time-lapse or not, because we did end the last episode with a ploughing time-lapse, but I think I'm getting a bit more of a hang of it, to be honest. I feel like I'm missing so much though. Yeah, this is definitely the wrong way. It's very important to go the right way, and I've figured out that the part closest to the tractor, so the forwardmost tine, or whatever it's called, the actual shovel, the plow part, needs to be on the inside of the field. What I mean by that is, see right now how it's against what we're trying to plow up? That's not the right way to do it. You want the forwardmost part of the plough to be against the inside of what you are actually ploughing. So I'm going to just spin around here and I'll show you the correct direction in which to go. Look at this lovely sunset that we have coming in though, absolutely beautiful. So we want to plough like this. So lower the plough down, see how it's on the inside part? It just allows us to sort of navigate it a bit easier. I did sort of realize this towards the end of the time-lapse in the last episode, where I was ploughing as well, but I've also since added the weight on. I completely forgot that we should add a weight onto the front, and I find that it is making a fair amount of difference, especially, I mean, maybe it was more so with the slightly wet ground, but now we're making much better progress with it, and hopefully we don't go over an hour with the plough, but if we do, then so be it, I guess. We'll have to sort that out when that time comes. But yeah, absolute mess. I've got loads I need to clean up as well, so I'm probably going to miss a bit there. Yeah, that's alright. Reckon we'll get that here. I'll just put cruise on and show you. So yeah, we've got there to clean up, and then going up and down here. This is very hilly, all this bit, so that will be interesting to see how it goes, but I do want to get this done before we move on to October. So, I don't know, it's tough. At night, I don't know if I want to do any nighttime ploughing. It's hard enough to plough as it is without, but I might do a few jump cuts just to show the progress as we are progressing. But as far as a jump cut, as far as a time-lapse, I don't think we will. But nevertheless, I'm going to crack on with it. Alright, well, we have the final bit of ploughing here left to do, a very small strip. We will confirm everything has been ploughed before we return the plough, although we have had to pay the extra hourly fee. It just popped up, so that is very unfortunate indeed. So let's have a look at everything. Yeah, this bit here I just can't seem to get. Small couple bits up there, but yeah, I tried to get them as well. But that's fine. For the most part, the field is done. We might as well try again these bits here, but I just can't seem to get close enough, or I'm not too certain why, but yeah, just they doesn't seem to want to plough anymore. Well, that's alright, at least the majority of the field is done. Yes, I know we did pay a bit extra to have that 1 hour more, but at least we are now done the ploughing, and blimey has it been a long ploughing session. Absolutely ridiculous. So, we do need to go back to the shop to return the plough now, which is exactly what we're going to do, and then we'll make our way back to the farm and move on into October. So we'll see you then. Good morning and welcome to an absolutely beautiful October morning. Yeah, I've just hopped up to the roof here so that we can have a nice view of this absolutely gorgeous sunrise coming in. It's just wonderful. Absolutely stunning. The entirety of this map is just gorgeous, so I'm going to try and take moments like this to appreciate it every now and again, and hopefully you've appreciated this moment as well. But now, we have some farming to do. Alright, here we are at the shop now, where we're going to get some farming kit done. Well, we'll get it sorted at least and get it leased out, because we are not going to buy a drill just yet. But that is the first bit of kit that we need to lease, is a drill. First thing I would like to do is have a look in the sales. As always, nothing there for us. Let's go down to seeders. Now this cockling here, this Jockey 600, is fantastic. It's absolutely the drill I would buy when the time comes to buy a drill. But I think for now, I'm going to lease a smaller drill, and let me explain why. One, obviously the price difference you can see. Yes, this will be a bit slower. This one, it might be a bit difficult for our current tractor to run as well. But the other reason for this one is I was going to lease the cockling to do 2 fields, but now I just have to do 1, and I'll explain why right now. So... yes, I was having some gear issues, so I've had to rearrange the keys here because I don't have numpad numbers on my keyboard. And yeah, I've been having issues with this tractor getting stuck in 3rd gear. I think that might have to do with the fact we might just have to upgrade the engine anyways. I think I might do it eventually anyways if it is causing issues. And I think changing that button, because originally those 2 buttons that I've just showed you in the over here, they are for the camera to go up and down, which I think is what caused issues in the last time to be able to look up and down like this. So I don't know, I'll keep an eye on that and see what happens. Anyways, if we look at our map, we do have our field here. So a lovely little field. I'm going to re-drill as grass because I think that's the best thing for that field. But I was going to purchase field 6. Now, it's a bit more expensive, but it is a very nicely yielding field. But it is £109,000, and it does require cultivating, as you can see by the contract. So we could pay, oh sorry, not pay, but earn money to work in that field. But here's the other thing. If we look at what is actually growing, field number 2 has a crop in. And I've done the maths on it. And it's cheaper. Well, I haven't done the maths, it's right there. The numbers are there. The one thing too, I think we're paying for a bit of this grassy bit here. So yeah, we're going to buy field 4, so we only need the 1 drill. And that 1 drill will be this one here. So let's go into it. Let's look. I don't think we need any sort of extensions or anything like that. Yeah, for the extra money, not really necessary. We don't really need the ridge markers. It would be fairly useful. This field's a bit wonky anyways, so we'll probably leave that for now. We don't need the tramline markers. We don't need any of that, really. Yeah, it's all extra cost and all that. We'll just get this swapped so it's a bit different. And that's all we need. There we go. 4 meters, runs at 15 kph, so it might take a minute or 2 to get done. But yeah, let's lease it out for under £1,000. Fantastic. Now hopefully we don't have any struggles getting to the farm with it. Let's just get it attached before we get seed and see how it goes. Alright, so for seed I am going to be loading in the bags properly, meaning we need some sort of front loading device down at the shop. So what we'll do before I buy any seed even is I'm going to get, there we go, get this in there. Oh, that's actually quite a nice size for this tractor as well. It's not too big, not too small, because we don't want anything too small as well. That field's not super duper small. So, right, before we crack on, I'm going to purchase a shoppy shop vehicle, and we'll be right back. Alright, well, as you can see, I have opted for the 630 Taurian class instead of the Scorpion. Because I want to buy the Scorpion for my farm, I think, in the future, so it'd be best to have a front loader here at the shop. I think it makes more sense as a shoppy shop vehicle to have the front loader instead of a telehandler as well. Anyways, let's go into the menu here. We do have to buy some seed. Now, yes, we just have the one here, so we're just going to buy the one for now, see how far that takes us, and let's get this started. So, with the bag lift, right, so it just attaches. Oh, that is very brilliant. Now, I have added a very cool mod that you will see in effect shortly here. I think I'll see it for the first time as well, to be honest. Oh, that's going to open automatically. Brilliant. So if we lift this nice and high above this, it will not start to go in. Oh, bloody hell, what's it doing? It shouldn't. Ah, well, that's fine. I have a mod enabled called interactive seed bags or interactive big bags, and it's supposed to allow me to open it, but it clearly didn't work. Nevertheless, that did work, and I'm not to fuss much more on that. I will leave this here set up with the bag attached, just in case we have to come back for it. Right, we'll just set it all down like that, should be fine. Turn the beacon off. As you can see, I've named it Shop Shop, because that is what it is. Right, let's get back in the Mercedes, lift that up. Right, we might have to put the weight back on the front as well. I did take it off from when we did the plowing, but might have to add it back on. Anyways, let's make our way back to the farm and we can start drilling in our grass. Alright, here we are back at the farm. Now we're just going to get this changed over to grass. There we go. Now, I do think that with the conservative agricultural mod, cover crops are useful. In this instance, I'm not going to use a cover crop because it is grass, so we're not going to be re-drilling or anything. But I have forgotten that we do want to apply lime to the field and nitrogen, but we'll probably want to do the pH and increase that first. So that is what I'm going to do before we drill. I tend to always forget about this. So let's just detach all of this. Brilliant. And, oh no, it's going to roll into the field. Ah, there we go. That's good. So, let's have a quick look at the shop menu for any sort of fertilizer spreaders, which I believe I have added in. Right, so this can't do lime. This can as well. Cannot, sorry. Right, but we do have a few that can. But we have these as well. This is the one I would have liked to have gone for, because it does hold 6,000 liters, which is really good for the lime. But these ones, it doesn't have to hold lots. So 20 kph, 18 meters, 16 kph, also 18 meters, but it holds way more. So that's kind of the trade-off, I suppose. This one does require 110 horsepower. These ones don't specify, but I feel as though having even just the 2,000 liter one might be fine. Right, this is actually the same spreader I have on Land of Italy, but I haven't used it because I've been using organic matter for fertilizer. So really, we have to decide if we want to do this trail or a trail behind. The thing I like about the trail, I mean, this one we can do when the crops have grown a bit, especially for fertilizer, but I'd like to get into the fields before that time, which is where this one really comes in to play. And I have used this one in the past as well, but I think I just don't want to have to go back to the shopper load for lime. The first few times that we do our newer fields, they will require much lime, but once we're done that, we really don't need that much room. So I think we'll opt for this. We'll go for the smaller one. We can always extend it later on. Oh, it's a free extension, so yeah, we'll just add it anyways. This sort of kit, I think I'll buy. I will go with the Eurospan one, just to be a bit different than what we did before. And yeah, I think this is the kind of kit that you want to buy, because we will be using this more often than, say, a drill or a plow, for example. So yeah, £20,000, but we will go and buy it, so we have to head back to the shop. Alongside that, we will need to purchase at least one bag. Obviously, that's all it can fit, so I'll put a bag of lime there. That's fine for now. I'd also like to, while we're at it, buying another field. So field 2 does say it's ready to, or it is growing rather, so it has a crop in. It's not overly expensive at 88,000, and it's a second crop, or a second field, which will have a crop in, which is amazing. So I think we'll go ahead, we'll just buy that now, spending a bit of money now, but we will also get the soil information, because we'll have to spread lime there as well. So another about £1,100, perfect. So that is done, great, really nice, very similar to our current field. So yeah, it should take a similar amount of lime, so we'll get a good idea from this one, and sort of see how it goes. So that is purchased. We now own 2 fields, which is really grand. Now we'll head back over to the shop, collect our new spreader, and get lime spreading. Alright, we're just approaching to the shop, and I did have a thought on the way here about the spreader that we purchased, which as you can see is no longer here. I have rang up the shop, and since I hadn't taken possession, they said they will refund it fully, and the reason is because in my silliness during purchasing it, I've realized that it does not do lime, unfortunately. So let's go back into this category. As you can see, the exact same thing as the Amazon, this one. I would have just bought this one if I had looked and paid attention, but as you can see, it's fertilizer only, the lot of them are. So that leaves us back with these two. Now, the reason I'd go for this one, it's only a bit more expensive actually. I should have probably go for that one, because then that one we wouldn't need to upgrade in the future. But the thing is it just too big? Because something I'd like to consider in the future is to actually maybe purchase something like this, where we don't need a lot of lime or fertilizer, but maybe for now this would be the better option. It's the same speed, it's just a bit, it throws it a bit further, that's all. Is it lighter though? Yeah, it's a lot lighter. Okay, we'll go for this one. Yeah, it makes most sense. Let's get the, oh, BKTs are quite nice on there. Yeah, I don't mind that. We don't need any of this fancy extra bits and bobs, so we'll just go for that. So it is a bit more expensive than what we're going to pay for the other one, but I think it will be worth it in the long run. It's the one I kind of wanted initially anyways. So let's just get hooked up to it, and we will have to purchase, well, it makes sense to purchase some more lime as well. Even if we don't end up using it all this time round, we will need it in the future. So yes, let's move over to this, get fired up, throw the beacon on. I'm just going to put this down over here, because we will need it later. Hopefully not for the grass, but we will need it. We'll get the first bag in. Yeah, I haven't figured out since the interactive big bag thing. I looked in the settings and there's nothing to turn it on, so I don't understand, but unless there's a thing here perhaps. There is not. No matter. At least we are doing it the proper way. There we go. So while that loads in, we might as well purchase another 2 bags. It is very inexpensive as far as big bags of things go. So we'll get those 2 in, and then we can fill up the spreader with all this lovely, lovely lime to increase the pH of not only the field we're about to drill, but also the field that has been drilled. And now I know you can spread pH, or spread lime, sorry, on a field that has been drilled. I know you can. You probably shouldn't. In real life you probably wouldn't, but for our field that we've just purchased, it will be necessary, because the pH levels are very poor, and we want to make them as, well, essentially as nice as possible. So yeah, it doesn't look as bad as our current field, but it still needs a bit of it spread on. So we will sort that out at the same time, and let's just get this last bag in. Now I'm very tempted to upgrade the engine now for this for our Mercedes, because this will be a bit heavier as well. And you know what? We do have a bit of kit for it, so I think we will. Because I can't really see us upgrading to a new tractor straight away. I did have a cheeky peek, did I not, at the tractors we have available. So this one that we've got now is worth quite a fair amount. I'm just thinking before we upgrade... Oh, it's worth a fair amount. I'm just thinking before we actually upgrade the tractor itself, could we or should we get away with selling it while it holds value for something a bit bigger, like one of these? I think that, I mean, there's obviously other tractors available as well, but these ones are quite nice, and they start at a much higher... I wonder. Much quicker as well. Let's have a cheeky look at all this here. So, if we want the upgrade to 230, I don't mind the smaller frame. I think that's what it is, yeah? The 824. It's hard to tell. It must be, it's an engine, but I don't know if the frame itself is any bigger. Even that, at that level, at 165 as it is, base is absolutely fine. I just don't want to have any faff with the manual transmission that we're having to deal with currently, because right now my biggest issue with the Mercedes is that it caps out at 25 kph sometimes when we're driving, and that does get fairly frustrating and a bit annoying at times. So maybe this is the option. I mean, for how much more... Oh wow, that's a bit much for the BKTs. That's where I have to kind of draw the line. When you're paying £7,000, yeah, that's all right. I've never really used Fendt either. I do quite like that Mercedes though, I have to admit. But we have to think practically for the farm, not just what we like as well. And I do think I would go for the engine upgrade, because then, I mean, what could we need to do that we can't do with 230 horsepower? Do you know what I mean? And as far as a transportation vehicle as well, I think it's worth taking advantage of that, to be honest. Let's just have a look at these other settings as well. Yeah, we'll have beacons, which would be really nice to have, even if it's just the one there. We don't need any of that fancy nonsense. Normal, short. There's quite a bit of... I don't see a difference there. Oh, I see. It's the trim here. Oh, that's right. That's fine. Front PTO. Ah, right. Front. Okay, so that's fine. At least we can... Oh, that's good to know. That's a very inexpensive upgrade as well. So essentially, we would be getting double the tractor power for about only 20 or so £1,000 more. I think that's the one to do. I really do. I don't think we have to go as big as the 900. That does 260. Blimey. I'm not entirely certain what LSE is, what the difference here is, but... Well, I think, you know what, I think we're going to do that. I think we will. I know it seems a bit, maybe impulsive, because we've only just really started with the Mercedes, but it was really nice to try it, and to try something new, but I really do think that I'm going to make some moves here, and purchase a new tractor. So let's get this just tucked away, our shop tractor. And yeah, I do quite like this, but I think I would like to make the upgrade. I think I would. While this holds value, I think we'll upgrade to the Fendt. So let's disconnect all this, and we will also need to remove the weight. So I'll just pull up here, lower it down. And this is a beautiful tractor as well. It's very nicely detailed and all that also. But as I say, it is just something I'd like to do now, so that Yes, do we have it done? Oh no, speaking of doing it now, we have rain coming. When is the rain? Oh, okay, let's crack on. Enough faffing about, let's crack on. And this has been a great tractor. I'm not knocking the tractor at all. I just know that we will have much more power with the Fendt and that. So we'll say goodbye to the Mercedes. Let's get it repaired. And the repaint, I mean, yeah, it will give us an extra value anyways. I think we got about £1,000, a few £1,000s off that too. So we'll sell it for 73,041. I do feel like a big part of that tractor, much like the Lamborghini tractors, is you're paying for the name as well, not just what the tractor is. Because really, we're getting so much more tractor with the Fendt, power-wise, because it's a tractor first, not a name and then a tractor, if that makes sense. So I think I will go for the engine upgrade straight away just to get it going. We'll keep the Trelleborg tires on. Eventually I'd like to make an upgrade to the BKTs, but for now, I think we're fine with just the Trelleborgs. They're quite alright for now. I mean, if we wanted to make them a bit wider we could, but no. Wheel weights, I don't think we need. A beacon, I would like the beacon, even just the one. We could do the two though, the left and the right. We'll just go with the one. Normal, short is fine. We might as well throw on the PTO because we'll eventually, more than likely eventually need it, and it's only £3,000. And we got much more for that Mercedes than I could have expected. Yes, we'll get this changed over as well to something else. And there we have it. I think that's all we want to do. Beautiful. Well, this is nice, because I have used Fendt in the past, but this will be a very nice upgrade. Oh yes, look at this. The Fendt Favorite 824. There we go. Well, give us your honest opinion then. What do you reckon? What do you think of our new tractor? Oh, I like that sound. Oh, already it's very guttural. It's nice. It's nice in here. I quite like this. Right, well, we're going to find out how it performs as well. Ooh, it sounds so good. I think we'll get more sound if we're outside it. Oh yes, listen to that. Blimey, that is something. Right, let's get reversed up to the Amazon spreader here. Oh, listen to that. That is nice. Alright, well, I don't regret the upgrade, I'll be honest. I don't. Oof. I just love that sound. Very guttural. Proper tractor, that. Sorry if it's a bit louder than the Mercedes was, you know, quiet comfort and all from a Mercedes-Benz, but no, I think we'll be much better off for this tractor, and we'll get a lot more power out of it. And really, what could we possibly need more than 230 horsepower for? Do you know what I mean? The drill that I wanted to get is 160 requirement. The karting that we're doing it about 10 kilometers. Oh yeah, more than 10 kph quicker. We're at 53 now, and also just the lime alone is quite heavy. So I think having all that extra horsepower will make a difference, night and day of a difference. Another thing I quite like about this tractor as well is, versus the other one, I mean, is that we have a much wider viewing space, as you can see as well. A lot more view in the front and along the sides as well. So, right, let's go this way, go into the farm here. Nice and easy. Right, welcome home, tractor. Welcome to your new home. Absolutely lovely. Yeah, this will probably be the tractor that we use for the majority of this series, I believe. I'm very confident in saying that. Right, so let's get lined up at the far side here. We can't really faff too much though, because we do have to crack on. We do have that drill on lease, but as long as we're not using it, we're not using the time. So as long as we get it done today, then that is fine. Alright, this is probably much too close. Now let's get our little map open here and see. Let's get spreading. Oh no, it's perfect. Perfectly lined up. Oh, it's a bit... yeah. It's alright. This first pass is always going to be... is always going to go quickly. But luckily, we do have the 6,000 litres. So that is absolutely fine. We might have to go back to the shop, but it's very unlikely that we'll have to. But time will tell. We'll tell you what I'm going to do. So I'm going to, because this is going fairly quick and fairly wide spreading, so I'm going to try and get this and the other field all done in one tasty lime spreading time lapse. Right, this should be our last pass of the liming, and just a small little bit remaining. We'll just go back and collect that. There are some other bits you can see that are actually missing on the field, but they are still covered by the lime, so no worries on that. You can thank precision farming for that. Right, let's just pop out the field. Love that sound. Right, so our new field with the rye in is perfectly limed up. pH value is perfect. We do have to come in and spread some fertilizer, so that is the next move. I would like to get that done this month before it grows too much, to be able to get in with the kit that we have. I suppose something like a smaller 3-point linkage spreader might be fine for fertilizer only, but now that we have used this one time on these fields with the very terrible levels of pH, I think moving on we won't have nearly that much to fret with. So anyways, we'll head back over to the farm here and crack on. Alright, here we are, just popping the spreader away into its new home. Should be good right about there. Should be fine. See how that goes. Yes, so I have since enabled interactive control, which is absolutely brilliant. So we can use it to open doors, we can even fold the beacon, we can even extend the tractor's fenders. That is impressive, very much so. Right, oh, have we crashed into something? We have a bit. There we go. So we'll just get all this unhooked. There we are. I will make my way over to the drill, because that is where we're going to start in the next episode, is to get this field drilled, finally drilled, with grass. We will empty out any seed that we end up having, and... oh, don't roll away, please. Why are you rolling? And then we'll be able to use it for when we purchase our own drill. Oh, why is this happening? What? That's not on. Do I just go until it stops then? What's going on? I feel like with the bales, when you get close to it, it decides it wants to roll. So maybe we just wait for it. Boom. Got it. Got it. Let's get those hoses in. Excellent. We'll get it raised up. And we'll head over to this side here. I think, right, so I did really, as I said before, I do really like that Mercedes that we did have, but this tractor is just an absolute monster. Its power is amazing, it sounds amazing, and honestly, this drill looks so much better on it than it did on the Mercedes. Like I said, it's a small tractor that is made to look like a big tractor. Not that that's a bad thing, it's just, yeah, it just looks a bit funny. Anyways, let's lower that down and shut the engine off. There we go. We are all ready to drill in the next episode. We will also get the rolling done as well in this episode. I will have a quick check, though, before we do crack on at two things. One, the weather. So yes, we do need to get that going, but we will still have time later in the day to get rolling done if it's still wet, or if we don't get it done before then. After this month, we won't be doing any sort of things like that. We do, however, have to fertilize both this and the other field, so we will get that done as well in the next episode. And I always like to check the sales again. I mean, I know that there's nothing new, but yeah, it's funny that. Anyways, that will do it for the end of this episode and the end of Deutschland week. I do hope you've enjoyed it. It has been quite interesting to record 5 episodes in a row of the same series, and actually, as of now, being the Sunday, Deutschland should actually be available. So please do yourself the favor and head over. As far as I'm aware, May 25th is the release date for it. So please do yourself a favor. I will have a link in the description which leads straight to the official site. Do get it from there. Don't get anywhere else. I mean, it is from his official site, edomod.it/Deutschland. Even just edomod.it, gorgeous website as well. His other maps are there, Land of Italy, Italia, all that also. So please do check out Edomod and check out Deutschland. This map is absolutely wonderful. It will enter the full-time schedule on the Fridays, as I've said before, and whatever episode or whatever series, apologies, ends first, Deutschland will fill that spot. It will likely be Land of Italy, which is appropriate because they're both Edomod maps, so that kind of works out. But again, I have no idea exactly when Land of Italy will end. I'm in no rush to end it because I'm really enjoying that map as well. But this has been Deutschland week, and next week we'll be back to regular scheduled programming. But again, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, a cheeky thumbs up really does help out the channel, and please subscribe. So until the next one, please do take care, and bye for now.